Welcome to the Radical Audacity Podcast. I'm Tiffany Kane, your host. On this podcast, you are going to meet people that walk their own path, live life on their own terms, let go of other people's rules and expectations and the shoulds in life, and instead live life in their own truth, integrity, and authenticity. This podcast will give you the inspiration you need to live your own radically audacious life. Enjoy the episode. Hello, everyone. We are here with a special bonus episode. This episode is going to go live both on Mastering the Podcaster Mindset podcast and Radical Audacity podcast at the same time. Kind of cool. Yay.
This will be my third time on Radical Audacity.
Your third time?
My third time. My first time is when you had me on as a guest. And my second time was when I introduced a show for you while you were sick last November.
Right. When I had COVID.
Yeah.
So welcome back to the show, David. For those of you that have not heard David's voice before, my co-host on Mastering the Podcaster Mindset is David, as well as my business partner with KaSa Media Productions. And he's also, my life partner.
Yay!
He's the guy I have a big giant crush on. So this is so exciting. So welcome to Radical Audacity, David. And for our Mastering the Podcaster Mindset people, David, both of us. So yay.
Welcome back.
Yeah, that's right. So we're here today, David, with a really special bonus episode. It's International Podcast Day.
Yay!
Woo! I'm holding the mic way away from my mouth. Whoa! I just wanted to do a really quick episode today about how podcasting has changed our life. We're sitting around the kitchen table. We have the Vocaster 2 in between us. We've got our mics. You've got a half-eaten avocado toast with egg sitting in front of you because I convinced you to quickly do this episode. So we're setting the scene for you. And we actually have 4 mics on the table right now, 2 being used and 2 just hanging out looking cute. That's what our kitchen table looks like right now.
Sort of how our life is now. Nothing but electronics.
I know. It's so fun. So let's have a really quick talk, David.
Changed because of it.
I know. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It's really, really crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's give a quick background story. Back last summer, in June, July, I was going through a major kind of life crisis of what is next for me. My day job is it's breaking my heart. It doesn't feel right. I don't feel in alignment. I'm being asked to do things that don't feel good to me. And as much as I love education and I love kids and I believe in it so much, the direction it had gone and the things I was being asked to do just didn't fit me. And I was really asking, what's next? What was it like for you last summer? Because you also were in a similar, what am I doing with my life?
I hadn't been too far out of leaving a job with a company local to us and had gone back to working for myself. And I didn't really feel like it was in an area as long as I had been doing it. It didn't really feel in total alignment with where my heart was, which honestly has always been in audio. Mm-hmm. And so I was doing other stuff alongside of doing the audio, and it just didn't really fit. It's something that I do love and still have a passion for, but it's not what I want to do to earn a living. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of in a similar place as you, I think.
Yeah. So I was in a course. It's an entrepreneurial course, and it's really kind of discovering who you are as an entrepreneur. What is your thing? What can you do? What's next? Like, how do you find this thing that'll allow you to quit your day job? And podcasting was part of that course. And the big thing was, podcasting is a long game. It's a really cool thing where, we're going to give you a little bit of a education on podcasting so you can learn how to do it, but it's not like your real thing that you're going to do, right? But there was something about podcasting that just piqued my interest so much. And I said to you, David, let's do this. Like, I want to podcast. Let's do this. Let's figure out how to do this. And so we did. We figured out how to do it. And it was really, really fun. We launched in August of last year. And I think my favorite thing about podcasting was the way everything between us changed. I saw this side of you I had never seen before. You started coming home. I swear every day you came home with a new mic or a boom arm or a camera or a light, or like there was all these things. I'm like, what is this? And where are you getting it? And what's happening?
Yeah, I think you didn't know what my background really was when it came to audio.
I had no idea.
Until we started doing this stuff.
I had no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew you did editing, but I don't think we'd really ever had a conversation about exactly what you did or how passionate you were about it. And this ginormous collection of mics you had.
Yeah.
In fact, you cracked me up so much with all of your mics. You brought them out. I think at one time you had maybe 10 mics out, and I was just blown away. Wait, how many mics do you have? You're like, I don't know, like 30 or 40 or something. I don't know. And I remember us taking a little snapshot with all those mics and how fun it was, how silly it was. And then you and your brother combined all your mics and brought them over. And we ended up doing an actual photo shoot with all of the mics.
That was a lot of fun.
It was so much fun. And to this day, that's kind of our iconic picture is us with all the mics. And since that picture, we've probably added 10 more mics to the collection.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
At least. So fun. So to me, I think the number one gift that I've gotten from podcasting is getting to see you in a whole new light. Just this whole new side of you.
I figured it would have been you finally have a soapbox.
Oh, goodness. That's a great one.
Yeah. Because I had planned on building you one. And I didn't have to, because all we had to do was get a microphone in front of you and you got your soapbox. So
I do love to stand on my soapbox and say some stuff. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite thing about podcasting?
Definitely you and I, like how it's brought us closer together. The business has taken off. We're doing things that I never even would have thought of. I mean, it's not like I haven't had the opportunity to work with some pretty amazing people, but to be able to do this with you feels more exciting than anything else that I've done as far as the audio stuff and all that kind of thing. Like it's just a whole different world. And I love so that's my favorite part, obviously getting to work with you. I definitely love the community that we're creating though. It seems like every day we've got a new friend, and there's, and it's not just the people that are in our community that we're teaching to podcast or have drifted into our space by just from being in podcasting and wanting to be around other podcasters. Even the people like yesterday we had a conversation with Dan Hughley from Focusrite, and he's somebody that we met at Podfest. And he's become a good friend of mine. And so I'm like, it's just being in this world has kind of, it's been a place where I've been for my entire life. And to actually be very active in it, because I've been stuck behind a computer for so long. So to be out and about and talking to people and doing that kind of thing, it's really it's increased my love of audio all that much more.
Oh, yeah. And I can see it.
Yeah.
I can see just the love and the drive and the desire to educate and to you just have this passion for everybody to have good sound, which I think is so great. Another thing I love is all of the opportunities that podcasting has opened up for us.
Yeah. Things
that I'm not even sure I dared to dream about before. With my background in a super, 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 super strict religious background that I escaped. And then, getting into a career that you pretty much, teachers have to be model citizens and you got to be quiet and you can't have an opinion really on much of anything. And, can't have a picture of yourself with a drink and all of that good stuff. To go from that where you're kind of the supporting cast member and you have to just be really quiet to being comfortable, being visible.
Yeah.
And what that comfort has brought, that willingness to step out, to be visible, to show my face on Instagram Lives and Facebook Lives and on stages and in all of those places, it's really changed something inside of me. And it's really let a part of me out that I think was really begging to get out. That voice that was just dying to get out for so much of my life. And that to me is really, really exciting. And I've just had so many opportunities to get it out. I mean, we had to stand on the stage at Podfest Expo, the Keynote stage. I got to be on the Women in Podcasting panel. I've gotten to speak at multiple virtual summits. I was in several magazine articles and get to collaborate with some of the coolest people, like you were saying, Dan Hughley and Chris Motz of Hindenburg and Jess Cooperman of She Podcast Live. Like, we're having a conversation with her on Monday. And I just feel like we're meeting the coolest people.
Yeah. The thing that I like about podcasting is we're meeting those people because that's what our podcast is. We have a podcast about podcasting. And so it makes sense that those are the people that we're being exposed to. I think anybody else doing any other podcast, it's like I've seen people that do true crime podcasts. And they go to the true crime conventions and they set up a booth and they talk to people and everybody's excited to see them and meet them. And oh my gosh, it's so-and-so from, XYZ podcast or whatever it is. And no matter what field you're in and what your podcast is about, your people are going to start to surround you because it's almost like you become a celebrity within that community. Because you're out talking about it and just getting more exposure for the people that are in that community. So it's really cool.
So as we wrap this up, because we had intended this to be a 5-minute long conversation and we're getting close to 15 here.
Well, you and I both know that we can never talk for just 5 minutes.
I know. We're quite verbose. We're loquacious. We like talking the talk. But for people listening, so for my radical audacity people, not everybody wants to be a podcaster, but there are so many ways we can show up and be visible and take that risk and have our voice heard. And then for the people in our Mastering the Podcaster Mindset community, they're podcasters, but still, even when you podcast, a lot of times there is a lot of that playing small, that not being completely visible, the not being completely comfortable getting out on social media, getting out in the community, having Facebook Lives and Zoom meetings and whatever. What advice do you have for people, whether they're podcasters or whether they're other people that are looking for other ways to get their voice heard? What do you think is most important? And people listening, David loves it when I ask him a question he wasn't prepared for. I'm whispering into the microphone so he can't hear me.
I would probably say to not allow others to keep your voice quiet, regardless of where you are or what you're involved in or where you're even trying to speak, even whether it be your place of work or whatever. You're entitled to your opinion, and other people should be willing to listen.
Yes, I love that. I love that. Have confidence.
Yeah.
Have confidence in that voice inside you. That we were talking to somebody last night that we love so much. And she is this big, beautiful, gorgeous, sparkly personality. And she was saying, oh, but when I'm with this person, I really kind of have to play small. I don't want to be too big. I don't want to be too loud. I want to be quiet when I'm talking to this person. And we were both like, no, you be you. You be your fantastic self, because that's what people love about you.
Yeah.
And don't play small for anybody. And so I think, to me, that is the closing sentiment to leave with is, heck yes, be too much, be too loud, raise your volume, get it out there, friends, get it out there.
One thing that we never close a podcast on, this is for the podcasters out in the world, never end with a mic drop moment, because our microphones are expensive.
So I can't drop this mic, David.
No.
How much is this mic worth that I'm holding right now?
It's up there for sure.
Darn it. I can't drop the mic. Okay, pretend we just dropped the mic, my friends. Remember to raise the volume of your voice. We're listening.
Have fun recording.
Have fun recording.